See, in the Midwest, your planting window is not flexible. You get roughly 18 to 22 days in the spring. That's it. Mother Nature doesn't negotiate. And when you're running a worn-out tractor that breaks down on day 4 of planting, or you're limited to a 30-foot planter because your horsepower can't pull anything wider, you lose days. And lost days in planting season are not just inconvenient, they are expensive. Research out of Purdue and Iowa State both say the same thing. Every day past optimal planting date costs you roughly 1 bushel per acre per day on corn. On a 5,000-acre operation, that's 5,000 bushels a day you're leaving in the dirt. At $4.50, corn, that's $22,500 a day. Let that sit for a second. $22,500 every single day you're behind. Now you tell me, is that $500,000 tractor looking expensive? Or is it looking like the cheapest decision you ever made? All right, now let's talk about what a machine in this class actually does on your operation. Because the price tag isn't just for horsepower, you need to understand what you're really buying. A John Deere 9R590, a Case IH AFS Connect Magnum 380, or a Fendt 1100 Vario. These machines aren't just big tractors, they are integrated precision farming platforms. RTK GPS auto steer with sub-inch accuracy. Automated section control, variable rate prescription management, real-time data logging that talks directly to your farm management software. Here's what that means in actual dollars on your operation. Seed overlap. Most guys running older equipment without precision section control. You're wasting somewhere between 3 and 7% of your seed on overlapping passes. You don't see it happening. But it's happening every single round. At today's seed prices, $320 to $380 per bag on a 6,000-acre corn operation. A conservative 4% overlap waste is costing you somewhere around $19,000 to $24,000 per season. Gone. Every year. Just gone. Section control on your premium iron eliminates that overlap almost entirely. That's $20,000 back in your operating budget, annually, from one feature on one machine. That ain't a small number. That's a new pickup truck every single year just from seed savings alone. And right here, before we go deeper into the ROI math, if you're finding this valuable, and I think you are, smash that like button, share this with another farmer who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Farm Gear Pro. We put out real breakdowns like this every week, built for American farm operators who are serious about running their ground like a business. Not hobby farming, not weekend farming, real business farming. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. All right, fertilizer, let's go there. Variable rate application. This is where operations running premium iron are quietly putting $15 to $30 per acre back in their pocket on fertility programs alone. Here's how it works in plain English. Your ground isn't uniform, never has been. The black dirt in the bottom of that draw doesn't need the same nitrogen rate as the sandy knoll on the east end of the field. But if you're running a flat rate application, which most guys on older equipment still are, you're either over-applying on the good ground or under-applying on the tough ground. Both scenarios cost you money. Over-application means wasted input dollars. Nitrogen at 0.55 to 0.65 per pound doesn't come cheap. Under-application means yield drag on acres that could have performed better. Variable rate prescription technology built into your 500K unit, paired with solid soil sampling data, optimizes every single pass. Farmers running this system consistently report $18 to $26 per acre in input savings on their fertility program. On 6,000 acres, that's $108,000 to $156,000 per year in reduced operating expenses. I'll say that again, over $100,000 a year in input savings. From technology that's already included in the machine you're buying. Now let's talk about the asset depreciation strategy. Because this is where a lot of guys make costly mistakes and don't even know it. A $500,000 tractor, financed over 7 years at current ag lending rates, runs you roughly $78,000 to $85,000 per year in principal and interest. Add insurance, scheduled maintenance, and fuel operating expenses. You're at a total annual cost of ownership around $100,000 to $115,000. Spread that across a 7,000-acre operation. Your cost per acre is $14 to $16. Now, go price custom hire in your area. In most Midwest markets right now, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, custom tillage and planting rates are running $28 to $42 per acre, depending on operation type. You own your machine, you're at $15 per acre. You hire it out, you're at $35 per acre. That's a $20 per acre gap. On 7,000 acres, that gap is worth $140,000 per year in direct operating expense savings. Year 1, between seed savings, input savings, and custom hire avoidance. That machine has already returned $260,000 to $300,000 in documented financial value. On a $500,000 investment, that's better than a 50% first-year return. Your stockbroker wishes he could offer you that. But here's the part I really want you to think about, because this is the long game that separates the operations that scale from the ones that stay stuck. Land access. In competitive cash rent markets, and if you're farming in the Midwest, you know exactly how competitive it gets. Landowners are not just looking for the highest bidder anymore. They're looking for operators who protect their ground, operators who deliver consistent yields, operators who show up with equipment that doesn't tear up tile lines and compact soil structure. When you're running precision iron, when your yield maps show 215 to 230 bushel corn on ground that averaged 185 under the previous operator, landowners notice. They talk to each other at church, at the elevator, at the coffee shop, and when the lease comes up for renewal, you're not negotiating from the same position as the guy with the old iron. Premium operators in competitive markets are holding leases at $30 to $50 per acre below what new bidders are offering, because landowners value consistency and trust over an extra $20 an acre from an unknown operator. On just 2,000 acres of rented ground, that lease retention advantage is worth $60,000 to $100,000 per year in avoided rent escalation. That's real money, and it traces directly back to the reputation your equipment builds for your operation. So let's add this all up, because Farm Gear Pro is about the bottom line. Yield protection from on-time planting, $280,000 per season. Seed savings from precision section control, $20,000 per year. Fertilizer input savings from variable rate, $130,000 per year. Custom hire avoidance, $140,000 per year. Lease retention advantage, $80,000 per year. Total annual financial impact, conservatively, $650,000. Over a 5-year operating cycle, that's $3.25 million in documented returns from a $500,000 iron investment. That's not a cost, that's a wealth-building strategy. Now, I'll be straight with you. This math works at scale. If you're running 2,000 acres or under, the numbers get tighter and you need to run your own specific analysis before you pull the trigger. But if you're at 4,000 acres and climbing, if you're managing multiple landlord relationships, if you've got growth in your sights, then I'll tell you exactly what I told my neighbor 4 years ago when he was shaking his head in my driveway. The most expensive piece of equipment on your farm is the one that's holding you back. Stop treating your operation like a hobby. Start running it like the multi-million-dollar business it actually is. The farmers who are winning in today's market, through input inflation, land competition, and tight margins, they figured this out already. The question is, when are you going to figure it out? Farm Gear Pro will keep bringing you the real numbers, the honest breakdowns, and the strategy that helps you make smarter decisions for your operation. Because this business rewards the guys who do the math and then act on it. Thanks for watching Farm Gear Pro. If you found this breakdown valuable, share it with a fellow farmer and comment below your thoughts on this topic. See you in the next one.